Hi again, everyone. I'm 2 News Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony. A couple weeks ago, I was asked to do a fall forecast, so that's what we're going to try to do here in this edition of WeatherWise. But a couple of things we're going to have to keep in mind as we go through this presentation, and we'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. So our fall preview here, headed into September, October, and November. We're going to cover September 1st to December 1st in this forecast. Now, a couple of things we know. The old LRC, or the old weather pattern, is fading, but it will still have an impact on September. So we're finishing out our final cycle of what has been a 47-day repetitive cycle going all the way back to the beginning of October last year. And for the autumn, El Nino, historically, or climatologically speaking, typically has little impact on Oklahoma. So we've seen this weather pattern already in the summer, and it should still dominate part of September. That is a southwesterly, warm, and somewhat dry flow. From time to time, we will have a disturbance come out of the Pacific Southwest and race across Oklahoma, so there are a couple of rain chances there, but particularly dry the first half of September, with some wetter weather coming up as a deep storm digs into the Intermountain West around the 9th, 10th, 11th of September. That should bring us a nice chilly shot of air for the middle part of the month and some rainy days and a few chilly days in the middle part of the month. And then the second half of the month, we'll see how it sets up, but we could go back into that warmer, drier weather pattern once again. All right, so here's what I've done. I went back and looked at least 4 recent El Nino episodes and how they impacted our autumn here in northeastern Oklahoma. Temperature-wise, the El Nino, as we were just getting into it, in 1997, we were below average in the temperatures. In 2002, we were below average in the temperatures. But in 2004, we were way above average in the temperatures. And in 2009, the most recent El Nino episode, we were below average again, temperature-wise. Rainfall, it's interesting to note that 97 and 2002, we had above average rainfall. But in 2004 and 2009, just as El Nino was strengthening, we had below average rainfall. So, really tough to tell what's going to happen, but climatologically speaking, for the autumn, El Nino traditionally has little impact on Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas. The temps, therefore, could go either way, but right now I would say it's trending as if we would have below average temperatures if you look at 3 of the last 4 episodes where the temperatures have been below average. So I'll go below average temperatures with a chance that we could have above average temps. Rainfall, probably going to be very close to average, but it looks like we could end up below average rainfall, at least for the month of September. We'll see how October and November play out. But with the cool days here recently, the abundant summer rainfall, I expect lots of fall color, some magnificent color across northeastern Oklahoma, especially the middle to latter half of October, and then of course the beginning of October through the beginning of November. The new LRC, or Lezak recurring cycle pattern, will begin to set up and establish itself, and then that pattern will begin to cycle as we head into the winter of 2015-2016. Of course, there is going to be an El Nino influence on the new LRC, so we'll see how that all comes together. Thanks for watching this edition of WeatherWise.